Good evening and welcome to the Proctor St. Luke Sports and Events Center for tonight's RailsTv broadcast of the Proctor Hermantown Mirage taking on the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers. Good evening, I'm Tim Reuter on the call. I'll have Jeff Gunderson here joining me shortly. But tonight's game is a rematch of last year's Section 7A final that took place up in Virginia that saw the Mirage win 3-1 and earn a trip to state, where they took third place. But this year, early in the season matchup, Marshall comes in 5-3, coming off of 3 straight wins against Duluth, Hayward, and Superior. The Mirage come in with a record of 4-6, and they come off a 12-1 victory on Tuesday against Evelyn Gilbert. The Marshall Hilltoppers, last year 19-9. They are in the second season under Stephanie Erickson as the head coach. Last year they lost Emily Lemker and Lily Amat as some of the key departures, but they return a junior defenseman, Maren Friday, who is already committed to playing NCAA Division I hockey at Union College. She comes in as one of the top scorers, and also senior forward Tori Thorson. The junior goaltender Charlie Pryor will be in the net tonight for the Hilltoppers. Last year with a record of 19-9 with a 1.63 goals against average and a 91% save percentage. So she's going to be tough to get the puck past. But this is, again, a rematch of the Section 7A finals last year. The Mirage come in, again, off the 12-1 victory on Tuesday against the Evelyn Gilbert Golden Bears. The Mirage in that game got a hat trick from Sydney Skorich, and also, I believe, Alyssa Watkins, if I remember correctly. But a great game against Evelyn Gilbert, in which they put up about 60 shots on a great effort there by Rachel Woods for the Golden Bears. And so it should be a great matchup tonight. And we're going to go to commercial here in a second. We're going to take a break and get a commercial from one of our sponsors. Commercial from one of our sponsors. And we'll be right back.
You're going to get the best service possible.
You will find out that your life is going to be better because you can hear better.
I can hear again.
They're always here, willing to help their clients.
I knew that when it was time for my own, I would have not any problem coming to them.
Friendliness makes you feel welcome. The professionalism of the practice of audiology gives you confidence that you are in the right place.
Who will our next generation be? What will they achieve? At Proctor Public Schools, we see great things in the future as we create an environment to educate, engage, and inspire our students to seek adventure, gain knowledge, and make a difference. What do we see in the next generation? We see greatness. Proctor Public Schools. Don't just plan to graduate. Graduate with a plan.
And we're back here at the St. Luke Sports and Events Center getting ready for the Mirage versus the Hilltoppers. Mirage again 4-6 coming into tonight. The Hilltoppers 5-3. I'm joined by Jeff Gunderson. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Tim.
Looking at tonight's matchup, again, a rematch of the Section 7A finals last year. One of the things you always got to be looking at is Maren Friday as a threat for the Hilltoppers.
So she's obviously an elite player in the area. She's their leading scorer. She also is a Division I commit. She's committed to Union College out east. So, she's grown as a player. She's always been a big, tall, lanky, physical player, but now she's always should put you on the puck side of the player. You're going to have contact, and hopefully you don't draw a lot of penalties. But you have to play physical against her. She has great lateral movement. She has great speed. She's got an incredible long reach. So you have to be able to get into her body and take away her hands.
Another thing the Mirage have to contend with is Charlie Pryor in goal this year with about a 90% save percentage. Last year, 9 shutouts, 91% save percentage. What do you know about Pryor?
Well, Pryor, going into last year, they had lost their goalie, Carissa Mudrak, went down to Gentry, but we kind of thought that would be a weak spot for him. But she's filled that void very well. She's a solid goaltender, very competitive, sees the puck well, moves well. She's going to be tough. You got to be willing to get right in her face as well, drive the net, score the gritty goals.
Our last couple broadcasts, I believe it was Hayward, and then the last one against Evelyn Gilbert. Mirage kind of started a little slow, but then once the seal was cracked, kind of poured it on.
Yeah, that Evelyn game, that goalie stood tall for a while. She's a good goalie, big goalie. And eventually just the law averages are going to take over. And once there was a crack in the dam, it seemed like the floodgates really did open for the Mirage. And they actually started to be more particular about their shots and taking care of their opportunities.
Well, we're going to turn it down to Ted Kiefit, who is the public address announcer, to get tonight's starting lineups in our national anthem.
Conference matchup be featuring the Hilltoppers from Duluth Marshall and our very own Proctor Hermantown Mirage. Let's start with the lineups first with the visitors from Marshall. In goal, number 55, Charlie Pryor. At the defense, number 2, Fianne Makala. And number 54, Marin Friday. At the wings, number 7, Victoria Thorson. And number 24, Meredith Becker. And at center for the Hilltoppers is Caitlin Breen. Your head coach for the Toppers is Stephanie Erickson. Let's meet the starters for your Proctor Hermantown Mirage. Starting in goal, a sophomore, number 32, Abby Blanchari. At the defense, a freshman, number 19, Sophie Parendo. And a junior, number 27, Ella Annick. At the wings, a junior, number 7, Michaela Finney. And a junior, number 18, Aurora Upsall. And at center for the Mirage, a junior, number 22, Alyssa Watkins. Your assistant coaches for the Mirage, Jamie Stauber, Rick Haney, Dennis Generud. Your head coach is Emma Stauber. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come together for tonight's game, we'd ask that you please rise. And gentlemen, kindly remove your hats, as we will have a moment of reflection for our past and present military men and women serving here at home and abroad. After that moment of reflection, we will have the singing of our national anthem by Proctor High School senior Abby Ebersbacher. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets had come, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the
So there you had Proctor High School senior Abby Eberspacher doing the national anthem, and we're ready for face-off for the Mirage. It'll be Watkins at center along with Opstal and Finney. On defense, Sophie Perindo and Ella Anik. In goal, Abby Pajari. Talk a little bit about Pajari in goal. Vivi Helquist with a little injury, and so that opens the door for Abby to get a little more time. How's Abby's as a goaltender here?
Abby's a spunky little sophomore. She's undersized as far as what a high school goalie is, but not in heart. She's going to come out tonight, and she's going to battle. She's going to compete. She's very quick. She moves well laterally, and as long as she can see the puck, she's going to track it and she's going to stop it. So, keys to helping her out is giving her some confidence right away, contesting every shot, not letting Marshall get the clean looks, obviously odd man opportunities, and trying to stay out of the penalty box. So, you see her, let her see a few pucks, get the feel of the game right.
End. Perindo back to retrieve. Over to Anik. And now the puck tipped into the Marshall zone. To the right of Charlie Pryor. Emily Eder.
On the Mirage. Get pucks behind the defensemen. Set up their forecheck. And see what kind of pressure that they can sustain. Trying to force some mistakes in the defensive zone. And the Mirage is going to have to clean that up right away here. And get some better some outlet passes.
Well, so far, yeah, they've been able to get it deep. There hasn't been a whole lot of pressure by the Hilltoppers. They've been on quick changes, but, yeah, it's kind of a dump and chase kind of mentality. Here's Friday with a chance at the point. Good block shot there by Nia Seeger. And now here's Macy Seeger. Grabs the puck, looks to the middle. Cross-ice pass to Nia Seeger. Cross the blue line. Tries to toe drag, but is unable to get past the defense. Ella Anik able to hold it in. Drops it off for Nia Seeger. And Perindo unable to hold it in. That'll be an offsides. So a much different game than we saw Tuesday. This one will be back and forth. Perindo getting a lot of good ice time here. And now here's a 2-on-1 chance. Here's Finney, that gets the puck knocked off her stick by Eder. And Eder will just try to clear, and that will be no icing as it went off of Katie High. Sather's in behind her own net. Looking for a pass. She passes it right to the Marshall player. That's Katrina Thorson. And then she dumps it right back down low. So really only one person on that forecheck for Marshall.
And what they're trying to do is they're running a trap forecheck. What we call it in hockey is the 1-2-2, sending one forward hard to the puck and dropping the other two forwards off onto their wings, playing a higher. It's a great strategy for a team that has more skill than you and has the ability to get the puck out easily.
So Friday deflects it off the glass out to center. Ava Anik gets it up to Koppinen. Koppinen gets caught in the scrum with a line change of Marshall. Now back to Maren Friday. Friday very dangerous with the puck. She knocks it off the boards up to, I don't have 26 on my roster. And a good shot there, good save. First save for Abby Pajari of the game. Out at the top of her crease. And they will call that an icing. So Pajari now got that first save out of the way.
Yeah, what a tough first one you're going to face there. A nice open shot from the slot, but she got to see it cleanly and played that well using her blocker.
Now Seeger drawing against Danica Mark for the Hilltoppers. She wins the draw. Stokey behind her own net. Hilltoppers able to hold it in. Here's Laramie Prell. And now Macy Seeger out of her own end. Tips it ahead and race for the puck won by the Hilltoppers. Puck cleared and now out of the zone is Laramie Prell. She dumps it deep, and Hilltoppers get a change. Pajari leaves it for Perindo. And now Nia Seeger back to Sophie Perindo. Over to Stokey. And out of the zone, not able to get out of the zone. Here's a great chance for the Hilltoppers. Shot, good save by Pajari. Defensive zone turnover there turns into a good scoring chance, but Pajari able to knock it away. And now here's Nia Seeger out of her own end. Puck in the skates of Thorson, and she's able to gain control back the other way. Thorson's shot deflected by Parendo, goes wide. And now here's Ella Anik out of her own zone with speed. Anik is one that can kind of take things over if she wants to. Cuts to the middle, shot, and Pryor able to make the save. So far, not much offensive zone time for the Mirage, so hopefully they can get something set up here.
Well, this is actually their first time they've actually had it set up in the zone.
Wraparound chance there for Opsahl, and she had the net, but hit the pipe on the way around.
Yeah, what Aurora Opsahl needed to do there, she needed to actually put her shoulders over the puck and drive it in, and instead of fading away, it's kind of didn't have the strength to pop it over the outstretched Pryor goaltender.
So Watkins on the draw, able to get it over. Here's a chance right in the slot. Scores! So Michaela Finney opens the scoring here tonight. Offensive zone draw. Puck was kind of loose and it came right to her in the slot. She's able to put it 5-hole in the net.
And that's what Finney can provide for her team. Is she
happened so quickly, and it's 1-0 Mirage here early on. We'll hear from Ted Keefe if we got any assists, but in the meantime, Braylon Sailors into the offensive zone, tries to center, no one home. And now the Hilltoppers trying to get it out of their own end, unable to do so.
Here's your Mirage scoring her sixth goal this season, number 7, Michaela Finney. She draws an assist from number 22, Alyssa Watkins. It's an even strength goal. That's Finney from Watkins.
So Finney from Watkins in the first period, about the first 7 minutes of the first period, and now here's the Hilltoppers into the Mirage zone.
That goal came after the first sustained forecheck by the Upsahl line. Finney and I don't remember who's centering that line right now.
Watkins was.
Oh, Watkins.
Yep. Here's Ava Anik with the shot deflected off Marin Friday. And now out of the zone come the Hilltoppers. Scorich on the last rush kind of got hauled down, no call. And now Ava Anik in behind her own net. Swings it around. Medill there trying to chip it out of the way. Stokey battling there as well. Now the puck comes out to center. Dumped right back in on goal. Pajari kicks it to the corner. Bailey Stokey picks it up for the Mirage. And now Ava Anik. Off the glass trying to get it out. And it finally does. And now Nia Seeger trying to pick it up. Little body in the middle of the ice. And now the Hilltoppers trying to get it right back in.
And that goal jump-started both teams. Both teams started out kind of like a heavyweight boxing match where they're trying to feeling each other out to see. No one wants to get knocked out in the first couple minutes of a fight, and nobody wants to give up a goal in the first couple minutes of a game. So, but now you can see that both teams have picked the pace up a little bit.
So Eder unable to hold the zone and dumped right back in by Karch. And now out of the zone. Here comes Ava Anik. She gets rubbed off the puck there. And now Marin Friday back to retrieve. Friday looks like she has some speed. Now here comes Thorson. Shot. Glove there by Pajari. And let's take a look at that goal if we can. Take a look at the replay here of the goal real quick. If we can before the face-off. Okay, next face-off, next face-off, next face-off. All right, here's Nia Seeger. Out of the zone, tries the rink-wide pass. That's intercepted by Friday. But Watkins picks it up into the offensive zone. Watkins around the corner. Looking for help. Good pass out to Sophie Parendo at the point. Parendo's shot, tipped. Wide open there was Finney looking for her second goal of the night. And now back is Parendo to retrieve for the Mirage. Another change here for the Hilltoppers. Pass up to Opsahl. She's unable to control. Now Skorich unable to get control as well. A lot of loose puck action here. And now Eder in her own end. Skorich unable to get control. Wow, a lot of scrums here early on.
Yeah, it's not pretty right now. The effort it has improved, but the effectiveness it hasn't yet.
So Katie High in behind her own net, up to Kapanen. Kapanen loses her edge and goes down, and now High will just swing it back around to Sophie Parendo. Parendo tries to feed it up to Medill, but that's knocked away. A battle at the blue line here, and now out of the zone, Kapanen tries to feed it across, and that's intercepted. Collision at center ice, and now Medill trying to pick it up, but she's unable to do so. Now Niaseger out of her own end. Reverses and creates some space for herself. Intercepted pass there, a dangerous play. And now Niaseger retrieves in her own end. Graves unable to get it out of her zone. Now Seeger into neutral, across the red line, she dumps it in. Change for the Mirage here. And now here's Niaseger, and now Graves trying to center. And intercepted again. Back the other way come the Hilltoppers. Braylon Sailors now. Sailors, a UW River Falls commit, I believe, right?
Yes, she is. She's going to play for the, I think they're the Falcons.
Falcons, yeah.
Yeah. They have a very strong equestrian program down there, and that's been a big part of her life away from the rink. Is her family has horses, and she's been around them all her life.
Ooh, dangerous play out front there, knocked off. Looked like Ava Anick's foot almost went into the net. So some pressure here by the Hilltoppers. Puck loose in the slot. And here's a chance. Prell right in the slot. Good job defensively by the Mirage, able to knock it away. And now that puck gets hoisted into the Mirage bench. So we have a stoppage of play. Let's take a look at that goal here. The Finney goal off the draw. So again, it's very quick off the draw that the puck gets bounced around a little bit. And you can see Finney right in the slot waiting. Comes right to her, right between the legs of the defenseman, and again, Pryor really didn't see it at all.
See, and that play was called right from the bench by Coach Stauber. She calls the offensive plays, and as you can see, the Mirage executed it perfectly.
And I always watch. I was telling Coach Gilderman the other day. People drawing things up in hockey. There's so many variables, so many things can happen. How do you draw something up like that and have it just like work?
The key is obviously you can't run a play if you don't win the face-off. It's like in football, every play is designed to go for a touchdown.
Much to your chagrin.
Exactly.
So out of her own end, here comes Ella Anick. She crosses the red line with some speed, gets knocked off the puck. Puck deep in behind Pryor. And good chance there by Opsahl. Right in the slot. Starting to see a little more physical play here on both ends. Referees saying, let's let them play a little.
And that was started by Ella Anick's, offensive rush. She is a very skilled defenseman, Division I commit herself, going to Bemidji State next 2 years. She created that, but then Finney found Opsahl wide open in front of the net again, and she was quick to pull the trigger, and luckily for Pryor, she made the save.
Good shot there by Katie High. That was saved by Pryor, but the rebound came out and cleared by the Hilltoppers. Braylon Sailors, good move in her own end to get around the attacker. Now she chips it out to center. And again, no call. There was just a little momentum there. It wasn't anything serious. And now a good back check there by Medill, and again, no call. Lost her stick. She heads to the bench, and now Sailors. We will get a call.
Slashing. Looks like it should be a slashing call.
Hook.
Or a hook call.
Hook. All right. So the Hilltoppers will go on the power play to start. Megan Medill will get the first penalty of the game.
That's Pat Dwyer, one of the officials tonight, nicknamed Duffy. Been around the game for a long, long time. Looks like the other referee tonight is Kevin Morrison, another long-time, very, very good officiating crew here.
So the Hilltoppers get the first power play of the game. At 4:29 left in the first period. Mirage up 1-0, out shooting the Hilltoppers 7-5. Good poke check there by Watkins, but the Hilltoppers able to hold the zone. What kind of penalty kill the Mirage typically focus on? More attacking, or?
Whenever you see a team either bobble it or turn their backs, the Mirage are going to be very, very aggressive. Last thing you want the Marshall to be able to do is to set up and find that weak spot.
So here's Victoria Thorson with the puck in her own end, drops it off to Maren Friday. Friday around the defense, trying to gain the offensive zone. She hits the brakes at the line. Off the boards, and that'll be intercepted by Anik, but right back to Friday. Friday getting harassed there as she cuts through the middle.
And Ella Anik played her very well. Like we said earlier, key is you have to get to the body, you have to take away her hands, and that's exactly what Ella did.
And now the Hilltoppers cross-ice pass, now back to Friday. Friday, long shot, try to get the deflection out front. That goes wide. 45 seconds left in Medill's penalty. And now Anik behind her own net. She'll make a good move there and get it the length of the ice. Mirage able to get a change, some fresh killers out there. And Pryor drops it off to Friday behind her net. Nia Seeger waiting for Friday to make her move. Friday makes the pass up to Prell. Prell harassed there by Kapanen. And now the Mirage with control.
Playing a little game of keep away right now.
And now 9 seconds left in the penalty, so it looks like the Mirage should be able to get away with this penalty kill without giving up an equalizer. And both teams are now at full strength. Puck loose out at center. Braylon Sailors back to retrieve. She swings it around to Medill, who's fresh out of the penalty box. Medill around her own net. Tips it forward. That'll get out of the zone, but dump right back in. So off a kill, typically you get a little momentum.
You do. And oftentimes you'll see a lot of goals scored on the team that just had the power play. They could be a little tired. Their lines could be a little juggled if they were kind of comboing some lines into a power play. And that line that's coming out right after could be a third line, a fourth line combo type of thing. And then also that team that just killed it does have that motivation. They are glad they killed it and now ready to go on the attack.
So the Hilltoppers trying to get out of the zone, trying to get out to Katrina Thorson. Knocked away. And the Mirage, one thing Coach Gilderman talked about Tuesday was something he said that you emphasize is spreading out, making sure you're staying spread out. And that's one thing I noticed about the Mirage. They're very good at having that outlet pass across the ice.
They make a rink, official size is 185 by 80. Olympics are 205. But so why not use the whole thing? We're not playing in a phone booth here, so let's spread that thing out.
Here's Stokey's shot from the point, deflected by Opsahl out front. That went wide. Here's a pass right to the middle, shot by Watkins. That's right into the pads of Pryor. Now back to the point. Here's Ava Anik. Shot. 1 minute left here in period number one. Good sustained pressure here by the Mirage, but now out of the zone comes Betker. Opsahl unable to grab it. Now it's dumped right into the Mirage zone. The Hilltoppers get a change for the last 46 seconds. Macy Seeger tries to get it up to Opsahl, and now Opsahl tips it ahead to herself. Here's a chance. Opsahl loses her edge. Now Friday intercepts. Friday with speed. She dumps it deep. That'll be an icing. And with 25.3 seconds left in period number 1, we will have a face-off to Charlie Pryor's right. So pretty good period overall. I mean, it's a little sloppy at times, but it's starting to pick up. A little better action, sustained action.
It looks like Marshall is just, trying to get the puck out of their zone any way they can. They're not tic-tac-toe outlet passes. They're just trying to get it to the next zone.
So Medill swings it around the Hilltopper net. Capping in there, trying to win the battle. Now Medill with 9 seconds left. Right out front. Here's Parendo's shot. That's deflected wide. We're going to have a penalty on Marshall here coming up. And the Mirage will open period number 2 on the power play. So that's, I guess, a big break to be able to come out of the locker room fresh and ready to take the man advantage.
They'll be fresh. They'll have fresh, clean ice. Coach will go drop a few things that they want to exploit on what they're seeing so far. In the first period, you look at the Mirage getting 9 shots. Kind of the norm and average a team looks for is 10-plus shots a period. If you can get 10 shots, especially in that first period when it's that feeling out process, that's really the goal of any team.
So we'll have 1-0 Mirage lead heading into period number 2. We're going to take a break, let the Zamboni do its thing, let the pep band play, and we'll be back for period 2 here in a few minutes. And welcome back to the St. Luke Sports and Events Center. And we are getting ready for second period action. And in period number 1, we only had 1 goal scored about 6 minutes into the game. It was by Michaela Finney. And she was able to, off the draw, as Coach Gunderson talked about, a set play off the draw. Pass goes right out to Finney, who's able to put it home right between the 5-hole and give the Mirage a 1-0 lead. Here's another angle on that one. And good job there by Opsal. It actually looked like a deflected pass into the slot, right into the danger zone. And the Mirage with the 1-0 lead. And that's where we stand. 9 shots for the Mirage, 5 for the Hilltoppers, and the Mirage will come out in period number 2 on the power play, as you can see, as number 10, Isabella Karch, drew a interference call right as the period ended.
And the thing about the 5 shots that the Mirage, the Hilltoppers have, 2 of them were high quality, right in the scoring zone. So Pajari had to come up big then.
Yeah, Pajari with 5 saves, and Pryor for the Hilltoppers with 8. And like I said, the Hilltoppers with a penalty kill to start the period, and hopefully the Mirage can come out and establish some control in the offensive zone, get that second goal, which would be big, I think, for just confidence. And as we mentioned before, last couple games, Mirage, once they get warmed up, it's hard to stop.
They are a slow starter, but they're a team that feeds off the positive, off the momentum, as well as a couple of key challenges, or maybe some very firm words from coach, and gets their attention.
So the Mirage 7 for 22 this year on the power play, 31%, and that's coming against some pretty good competition. So typically, 31% is not a bad average, not a bad percentage for the power play.
No, and really that number's quite good. Maybe the glaring negative is the penalty kill numbers. I think in the high 60s.
Yeah, 68%, 17 for 25 on the penalty kill.
And normally what you want is a combination of your power play percentage and your penalty kill percentage to be over 100. And we're not quite there. We're just at times in the last 8 years that I've been a part of the program, we've had it as high as in the 120 numbers. Those are some of the key years for making it to state. You have to be able to kill penalties. They're going to happen. You have to be able to kill penalties off, and you have to be able to take care of your opportunities when you get on the power play.
Well, I noticed today on the Minnesota Girls Hockey Hub, they had Mirage ranked number 7 still in the state. Even though they're in a 4-6 mark, but again, that comes from playing teams like Edina and Breck and Blake. You're not playing teams that are, those teams are all in that same list. So,
and that's the thing, is you look at our schedule. It is single A programs that actually have 12A and 15A programs. So that's something we really take a lot of pride in the program. Energy into to play at the collegiate level, and then have that all just disappear.
So the Mirage are getting ready to start a power play here to start period number 2. You got Watkins, Opsal, and Finney out there, along with Perindo and Anik. And what kind of power play do we expect to see from the Mirage?
Well, they're probably going to start out in an overload, and then without a lefty on the defense, 2 righties, it's really hard to roll into that umbrella. But I'm sure we'll run an overload tonight.
Rink-wide pass trying to hit Opsal, intercepted by Friday. And Friday goes down, no call. And now the Mirage having troubles getting it out of their own end. Good pressure by the Hilltoppers. Now Ella Anik. Cross to Perindo. Cross-ice pass trying to hit Finney. That's off her stick. Now Marin Friday is able to win the race. Friday reverses and tries to get it out and gets it past Anik. That goes the length of the ice. 1:13 left in the power play.
The thing is, the Mirage just need to settle it down, make the simple plays.
Now Watkins across the blue line has Opsal and Finney with her. Puck knocked off her stick, but she's able to maintain control. Now back to Sailors. Sailors down low.
What they're trying to do is exploit that top player to see if she can Mirage can get it to overextend herself. And
so that was Opsahl with the shot from the circle, and that went off of Pryor's shoulder, and now out of the zone. Here's Sailors with speed across the blue line, and they will call it an offsides. So 30 seconds left here in the advantage for the Mirage, and so far only one shot to show for it.
Well, the period's starting out in true Mirage fashion here, a little slow, a little sloppy. Let's see if they can turn this around. Hilltopper's trying to sneak the extra player out there on the PK. Guess if you're not cheating, you ain't trying, they say, huh?
So Scorch wins the draw. That's to Katie High now. High around the defense, loses an edge, and now the puck's loose in behind Pryor. And the Hilltopper's able to clear all the way down. Pajari gathers it, leaves it for Kapanen. Kapanen loses control. Medill picks it up. Now gets out of her own end. Right back in. Prell is able to dump it deep. And the Hilltoppers are at full strength. So able to kill off that penalty. And now Hilltoppers with control down behind Pajari.
Unfortunately, only one shot on net in that power play advantage for the Mirage. Typically, you're looking for three quality shots on a power play.
That's one thing I always, when I watch the Wild, it bothers me. They pass for 2 minutes and get 2 shots.
Right.
They're good passers.
Don't get points for passing. You only get points for shooting and scoring.
So on the draw for the Hilltoppers, Lillian Johnson. She gets booted from the draw. And Seeger able to win the draw back. And there's Ella Anik. Chips it away out of her own end. That will be no icing, so we have a race for the puck. Here's Winkleski trying to beat Karch, and she's able to get the puck to Macy Seeger. Now Macy Seeger tries to get it down low, but it's tipped ahead. Now back to Seeger. She tips it down low again. And here come the Hilltoppers. Ella Anik tries to tip it forward, and that's caught up in the skates of the changing Hilltoppers.
Typically, you want to go away from pressure, so you want to go away from the box.
Rink-wide pass, trying to hit Macy Seeger, but she was off and heading for a change. And wholesale change for the Mirage. Nia Seeger now with control in the slot, and her pass goes into the corner. And on her way to the bench, she's able to hold the zone. Or Opsahl giving chase to Eder. Pass right in the slot. Backhand shot just wide by Watkins. Good opportunity there. And now High down low to Opsahl. Opsahl hard to the net. Opsahl loses control right in the slot, but that's right back to High, but her shot is blocked.
Good secondary effort by High.
And it cuts to the middle shot. Good shot there, just wide. Good quick shot on that transition across. Now here's Ella Anik. That's up to Scorch. Scorch tries to get a shot off, but again, through his.
Defenseman for the Toppers tried to give her stick, which is legal. But it's goalie was out. You could tell that she was in her comfort zone there. She was a little rattled and got beat high glove side.
Yeah, you can see it from here. We're pretty wide open upper shelf. And that's one thing we saw a lot from the Mirage last couple games here when we broadcast is a lot of upper shelf goals.
Yeah, that tells you it's a team that shoots a lot in practice and knows where they want to put that puck.
Here is your Mirage scoring her second goal of the year is number 17, Macy Seeger. It's an even strength goal. It's also unassisted. That's Seeger unassisted. Time of the goal, 5:15 of the second period.
And is able to get it up. Mirage will go back on the power play.
Yeah, Anik, being opportunistic as she is, grabbed that puck and started a rush, and Topper ended up taking her down.
So that's Lillian Johnson with the tripping penalty. And the Mirage 0 for 1 on the power play here tonight.
Hilltoppers in the previous penalty kill attempt, they were very aggressive. And key to beating an aggressive power play or penalty kill is a quick movement of the puck.
Finney, sharp angle shot right on Pryor, but that's right to a Mirage player, so they're able to dump it down. And Pajari gathers and gives to Sophie Parendo. Parendo the 9th grader on the power play for this team. Good effort there, and that's going to be covered up by Pryor.
Mirage are content to just try to get opportunities off the rush here instead of setting up and being patient. We'll see if the second group comes in and quiets the puck down and looks for an opportunity.
So as you said, shots 14-5 in favor of the Mirage. No shots on goal for the Hilltoppers yet this period. And face-off won by the Hilltoppers. Friday able to get it off the glass, but not out. Sailors dumps it right back in. Now Katie High with control in her. 25 seconds now left in the penalty to Johnson. And now Nia Seeger around Friday. Seeger cuts to the middle. Seeger shot just off the skate of Pryor. Another good opportunity there for the Mirage. And now 6 seconds remaining here in the advantage for the Mirage. So the Hilltoppers at full strength. 0 for 2 tonight on the power play will be the Mirage. Couple good chances there, though, in that
they
power
did.
play.
We said we want to see three quality shots on a power play, and then they got their 3 shots. Nia Seeger just had a great attempt on an individual effort, showing her puck.
2 tonight on the power play will be the Mirage. Couple good chances there, though, in that
they
power
did.
play.
We said we want to see 3 quality 3 shots on a power play, and then they got their 3 shots. Nia Seeger just had a great attempt on an individual effort, showing her puck skills and getting a scoring chance.
You know, she doesn't look very big, but she seems to be pretty strong on the puck.
You know, she's strong on her edges. She's and getting a scoring chance.
You know, she doesn't look very big, but she seems to be pretty strong on the puck.
You know, she's strong on her edges. She's very skilled. For a young player, she's got a great potential.
Now Sophie Parendo behind her own net. Over to Ella Anik. Anik. Puck dumped right back in. Parendo off the boards. And Eder chips it up.
For a young player, she's got a great potential.
Now Sophie Parendo behind her own net. Over to Ella Anik. Anik. Puck dumped right back in. Parendo off the boards. And Eder chips it up. Opsahl battling along. Opsahl, good move. 2-on-1 here for the Mirage. And she tries to backhand across, but good play there by the defense. Now Opsahl right back with it. Unable to control, gets a shot, and that just goes wide. Good shift for Opsahl so far. Opsahl, good move. 2-on-1 here for the Mirage. And she tries to backhand across, but good play there by the defense. Now Opsahl right back with it. Unable to control, gets a shot, and that just goes wide. Good shift for Opsahl so far. A long shot, that'll go just to the right of Pajari for an icing.
Watkins' line is she's a spark plug. She is just a spitfire. She's going to give you 100% effort every single shift. If her hands were as fast as her feet, boy, she'd have 100 goals.
Scorch now on the draw.
Watkins' line is she's a spark plug. She is just a spitfire. She's going to give you 100% effort every single shift. If her hands were as fast as her feet, boy, she'd have 100 goals.
Scorch now on the draw. Won by the Hilltoppers, and here's Thorson. Chips it ahead. Here's Thorson. Chips it ahead. Gets past Sathers. Here's a shot, and that goes just wide. Here's a shot, and that goes just wide. Thorson tries to just dump it right back down low. Scorch over to Sathers. Sathers looking to get across the red line on Friday. And Friday wins the battle, but good chance there.
Yeah, the stride length of Nia Seeger compared to the stride length of Marn Friday is not even close there.
It was like that Aaron Rodgers, or no, the Tom Brady tweet about Lamar Jackson.
Right.
You know, I'll race him, but he's got to wear rollerblades. By Michaela Finney. Now Watkins over to pick it up. Watkins with it along the near board. Watkins cuts to the middle. Oh, good job there by Thorson. And shot, rebound right there. Puck loose out front, knocked away finally.